Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Skulls of the Shogun. Making some good progress, to be honest with you. In the last episode, we finished Forsaken Flights, which proved to be, somewhat interesting or novel, but not all that difficult, which is good for us. Now we're going to start on Fujian Falls. I have no idea what this world is called overall, but this should be the penultimate world for us. I believe there's only 5 worlds in the game, and our progress so far, our percentage-wise, we're at like 60%, seems to indicate that this is indeed true. Wow, this is a large map. Alright, the land of the golden harvest, aptly named, it would appear. I agree. It's got that crisp autumn smell, my lord. Man, I love that smell. If only they could make a pine tree-shaped air freshener that I could put in my car or other motorized mode of transport. So there's only 3 of us. I don't like that. Oh, they're on the other side of the map. Okay. A big wind tornado came out of nowhere and flung us all the way over here. Wind tornado? What else would a tornado be? Whatever. Hey, check out the funky new shrine. Let's haunt it and see what happens. Forget that. I see a skull with my name. What is up with this bird? Is it going to eat that skull? Oh, the wind god is going to push it into the water. This is interesting. I don't know what's up with this yellow bird. That's probably the new faction. This is going to be interesting. We must reunite forces, regroup at the lower bridge. Okay. Usually the first mission tends to be somewhat shorter, but it introduces new mechanics, which is what I'm interested in right now. There's some yellow units over there. What are we supposed to do with these guys? I can't actually move these guys anywhere at all. Obviously, I can't do anything with those guys. Where's my existing units? Can I just come over here and take them? Okay. Well, I guess step 1 is certainly going to be to haunt this shrine. We'll probably use the infantry to do so, because those are the least valuable units. And then we'll see what these birds do. I want to put these archers in a position where next turn they should be able to do some damage to the enemy, so we'll just move them out like so. Hopefully they won't be able to do damage to me this turn. But in any case, let's just check out our other side here and see if there's nothing I can do. Doesn't appear that we can go down here, unless we can cross over this rock bridge. But in any case, I guess we might as well just move to start with. Yes, we've moved all our orders, so let's move on. This doesn't look like a traditional battle. It looks more like... No, it's not necessarily fair to call it like a puzzle type. Oh, this is not good. Thank you for eating that skull rather than attacking my archer. That's going to make it possible for me to kill you next turn. How about this? Okay, you can indeed cross over the rock bridges. Good to know. As I use my cavalry... Oh, he might attack me. He attacked my infantry for whatever reason. Weird AI choice, but I'm glad it happened regardless. We've got some good setups here. We have cavalry against their archers, which is very good for us. Obviously, we now have a bird that we can use to do something. Let's see what this bird does. It's one of those crows. What's your deal? Is he just going to squawk at us? Yes, indeed he is. Okay. So this is a crow monk. So I'm guessing that he can push enemies into the water. I wonder if he can fly as well. Let's check it out. It's always important to know what you're dealing with before you get into things. He's got a good range. Can you help by gusting enemies into the water? Of course. Also, corrosive. I like that. Crow monks can gust enemies off ledges and blow out their haunt flames. Interesting. You can gust skulls and potions to allied units. You can even gust allied units closer to enemies and resources. That seems interesting. Unfortunately, we cannot just jump in the water. Or sorry, fly over the rocks here. Let me think about how we're going to do this. Is that going to be enough to push him into the water? Maybe if we go like this and gust him this way. Let's just see how far it pushes him. Reasonably far, not quite off the edge. But in any case, let's just move him back a little bit, have him wait here. Then we will have our infantry do the actual attack here. This will push him off the edge, into the water. Very good for us. Then we can use our archers to get a little bit closer. They both have full health, which is good. So we'll just push them over here. This guy, are we going to be able to kill him? I don't think so. We're going to be able to get damn close, though. We might be able to kill him. Indeed we are. Awesome. So I'm interested to see how these crows affect the strategy that we're going to have to use moving forwards. We have 1 move left, which means I probably do not want to use my cavalry to cross this bridge just yet. Instead, I think we'll just actually... Yeah, we'll leave them where they are. As is what I meant to say there. And maybe we'll move our general up a little bit, because he should still be out of range of the enemy, I think, at least. So let's just keep things as they are right now. Want to kill all these enemies, eat the skulls, and then we'll rendezvous and possibly do some real attacking. The archer is going to drink that potion, which is a bad decision, because I'm just going to kill him next turn anyway. If by doing nothing else than just knocking him into the water. Similarly, I believe that our crow will be able to just knock this dude into the water right away. If not, the archer should be able to kill him. So let's see what's going on. We might actually be able to kill everybody here by just knocking them into the water, with the exception of that 1 infantry that remains at the bottom there. Always important to try to, like, one-hit KO enemies if possible. So is this going to knock this dude into the water? I believe so. Beautiful. He's gone. And we have our skulls remaining here, which is obviously very important if we want to turn someone into a demon. Similarly, that archer is going to fall into the water. We're kind of in harm's way as well. But that doesn't matter too much because nothing can attack us right here. Again, that frame rate is driving me crazy. Now, with our crow, we might be able to gust him into the ocean. I hope this is just manages to kill him in one hit. It did indeed, and there's going to be skulls available now. He can't attack directly, but I bet he can gust all kinds of things around. Beautiful. So why don't you wait here? We'll try to get some demon archers going on because there's nothing really better for us to do. One demon archer is more valuable than two archers with a lot of health, I think. So why don't we just leave him here? And with so many skulls around, I think we should actually just either end this turn or, again, start moving our general forwards a little bit. Although I want to make sure that I'm not risking our general ending up in the water. Similarly, if I could get a demon general, that would be awesome as well. That would be one of the most powerful units we could possibly muster. They only have a single infantry available right now, so I feel like we're relatively safe on that front. I want to make sure I don't take any damage, though, if at all possible, of course. So let's send our dude out here. We'll have him eat this skull. We want to have him eat a third skull for sure. And will this give us... Oh, I guess it gives us the benefit of having the recharge potion as well, which is, of course, very important. We should possibly move our cavalry out a little bit further, but I don't want to put myself in a position... Oh, we should get another bird. I don't want to put myself in a position where the infantry could sneak up on them and knock one of them into the water, because right now, everything... Pardon me, I got a piece of granola stuck in my throat, believe it or not. At least right now, everything looks good on this front. So we'll probably just move our bird in as far as he can go. Do we want a bird demon? I don't think that's necessarily that important. That infantry is not going to be able to reach me, but I should be able to gust it off next turn. So let's just eat this skull like so. And then maybe we'll move our other archer in just so that maybe he has the potential to do some ranged damage on the next turn. Oh, that's the end of this turn. Okay. So let's continue onwards here. I'm going to take a sip of water while our enemy regroups, unfortunately. So he says, like dust in the wind, you will crumble to the ground, then we will sweep up. That makes you kind of subservient to me, I think. Unwelcome sullying of a classic golden harvest day such as this. It is as rice in the ocean. We prognosticate your forthcoming doom. Fair enough. We'll see what happens. I like how that guy took a second out of being haunted just to chime in. Anyway, apparently these guys are a little poetic. They're going to try to haunt some rice paddies here. I really want to use this crow to blow some people into the water. They've taken 3 moves already. They might be able to get close enough to do damage to me. But instead, they are just, you know, not. So that's cool, too. We are going to get a second bird. Now we should be a little bit more cautious, because anything could happen here. So let me think about what we want to do here. Obviously, if possible, we can blow out enemy haunts, remember. Thing is, could I get behind him and then just blow him into the water like so? I don't know if this will work. But I can't get behind him any other way. He's like stuck in here by way of the spirit wall, which means he may actually be impossible to blow off in the first place. So it might be in our best interest just kind of back up with this guy for now. Do they have a shrine where they can summon units? Let's just chill out for a second. They're gonna get a lot of rice, but there's no shrines for them to use yet, so it doesn't seem that important. Do they have archers here? No, those are cavalry. Still risky, but okay, let's take things logically here. We definitely want to eat another skull with our general. That is one of our #1 priorities, so that he gets more health and becomes more damaging as time goes on. We probably want to start moving our cavalry over here into a position where hopefully they can't be knocked off. So maybe we should prioritize that, although I worry about putting our cavalry so close to the edge here where they could possibly be killed themselves. I don't think birds will be able to be killed. And with 1 move remaining, there's 2 big choices for us. Do we move this bird, or do we eat another skull with our archer? I think we move this bird backwards. So let's just treat it as such. I'm going to play a little defensively here. Doesn't bother me if the missions take a while. I'd rather just do it right once than have to do them multiple times. They'll continue haunting here. Again, I'm not too worried because we can blow out enemy haunts. But it doesn't seem like the rice is all that important in this situation, although it may change as we move onwards, of course. That infantry is basically guaranteed to die on the next turn, as is that infantry right there, just by way of my bird blowing them away. So I think step 1 here, let's use our demon archer to eat this final skull, like so, and then he may be able to launch an attack as well, although it might not be necessary to launch an attack. Yeah, he can like launch an 80% attack, but there's kind of no point, because I think, one second, cancel order. By using my bird, I should just be able to blow him off the edge. Maybe not. Can I gust? I can gust in many directions. That'll just launch him back. Interesting. Okay, let's just chill out for a second. It all depends on whether or not I can get this archer in range, and indeed I can, but it's 80%, so it's risky. Alright, well step 2, our second most important thing, is going to be having this general eat another skull. And in order to get that skull, what we might want to do is have our cavalry... seems risky. Cavalry might take damage. I think we're more likely to knock him off the edge. Again, that frame rate. If we just gust him here, like so. I just want to set up the perfect position to make sure that he gets off the edge. I don't have my ruler with me, so I'm not 100% sure whether it's better to gust him in direction X or direction Y. But at least this way, it's going to put him closer to the edge so my cavalry can finish him off, if nothing else. Seriously, like that. I don't want that. I want that. That looks like he is basically effed. Alright, so with him being dead, we can move our general closer. It's kind of risky. Let's see, our general can't actually move far enough. So let's just chill for a second. With a few moves left, again, we're just going to move another cavalry over here. Take things slow. It's better than, you know, overextending yourself. We've got a free move with this guy, so we might as well just go for this attack. If that missed, that would have changed my course of action. But because it didn't, this means we have an 80% chance to actually kill this dude right here, unless we can get even closer. We can't. Please don't miss. Oh my god! But at least we've created a spirit wall and our demon is safe. And we do have one left with the bird. Could he possibly... He could gust this enemy off, and this will stop him from haunting. But I just wonder if there's any way I could possibly get him to gust, like, these things further away. I don't know. How far away can he move? Like, 0 far away. We might as well just kind of... I could have blown some enemies further towards him. But instead, why don't we just blow this enemy as far away as possible? Wasn't a huge gain. Is that an archer? I think it is. And then we'll just keep this guy here. I don't know how this is going to end. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost some units on this turn, but we're still making good progress. There are shrines moving forward, so I'm assuming this is a multi-stage fight, as most of the fights are at this point. Don't get so close to the edge. You're just asking for trouble, really. I mean, doing damage to the archer, that's all well and good. But by putting yourself in this position, you're basically... I don't even mind that archer dying. You're basically giving me a free kill. So that's cool with me. But units in a spirit wall, I believe, are resistant to knockback. Ooh, our bird taking damage there kind of hurts me, actually. But we should be okay. We've got another bird over here regardless. And you know what? They say a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. We've got 0 in the bush right now, so... Kind of sounds like my sex life. Now, we have an infantry, we have a demon archer, and we have a bird. We have... The infantry is not close enough to do what I want him to do. Maybe he is. What I want him to do is just knock this cavalry, like, into the water, as you might expect. If we hit him, it should kill him. Oh, you missed, you fool! Why would you do that? Here's the question. If we take our bird and we blow them, like, this way, will it kill both of them, or will they be immovable because they're in the spirit wall? This is a very good question. I think our logical decision is instead to push this cavalry off the edge, which is 100% guaranteed. There'll be another skull for us to eat here with someone. Not sure who yet. And with our demon, we should be able to do... Is that an archer? That's infantry. We both have 6. We should be able to kill an infantry member here. We might as well kill the one that's further away because he will not be able to counterattack us. We killed 2, which compensates us for the fact that we lost 1 last time, and we're just going to back it up here. We still have 2 moves left. Here is the real question. What should we do with our general? Because we need him to eat another skull, but in order to do that, obviously, we need to just kind of get him deeper into enemy territory here. What we might want to do is just gust out this rice paddy, because we can't really, like, gust on this dude. So we might as well just hang out here, gust on the rice paddy, put it out. Maybe we can harvest that on this turn or the next turn, because we probably will need to in order to progress. We could also just do 80% odds to do damage to this guy. How much is he going to do to us is the thing. I can't see the flags. Well, we only have 1 move left. I think it's in our best interest to just haunt this on this turn, if I can get close enough, which I cannot, so instead we're going to attack. Please do not miss. I love you. We're going to take 1 damage ourselves. That was definitely worthwhile. Alright, so our turn's over. I think that went pretty well. Once we get past phase 1, though, of course, we're going to have to deal with phase 2, which is probably going to be substantially more difficult. This infantry is going to eat a skull. In doing so, and by not attacking me, he's basically screwed himself. Our demon archer is going to take some damage, but we can always have him just eat a skull on the next turn. Their archer is probably going to hit our infantry, and he did. How about this horseman? He's going to do some attacking himself. He only does 2 damage, though, so I'm okay with that trade-off. And with his last remaining archer, I think he's just gonna, yeah, he moved him, but he wasn't able to do any attacking. And again, we just need to kill another unit so that our general can eat and become a demon. But in any case, this should knock him off the edge. Free kill. Excellent. We have another bird that can do that to someone else, hopefully. Oh, we've got another goddess, again with the Uniboob. Well done, General Akamoto. You are everything they said you were and more. And you, my lady, are as astute as you are lovely, but I didn't catch your name. I am Yuki, goddess of helping wronged generals get their revenge. That's very specific. And then our meeting is most fortuitous. Indeed, I know all about Kurikawa's treachery. How could anyone believe that sniveling coward was me? Even his mustache is completely different. Ah, I'm so sick of reading this dialogue. No one knew what you looked like or that your boat to this land was delayed. They knew only rumors and legends. And Kurikawa knows everything about me. We battled side by side for decades. Anyway, the Shogun of the Dead had no cause to doubt him. He was granted the position of honor set aside for you the same day he arrived. What about Sakura? Are you related to Sakura? You have the same gigantic sleeves. I applaud you, game. Oh, he just disappeared. You did indeed say something wrong. But you also, or we also killed that dude, so I'm happy about that. Now, what I really want to do, I want this archer to die. Can I get close enough? Oh, I can't get close enough to attack the archer. Oh, that guy's already moved, that's why. Just wait here for a second. We'll figure out what to do with you later. Now, with 2 attacks, I think my best idea here, how far can the bird move? Far enough. What I think I want to do is kill the infantry with my archer, which should be basically guaranteed. This will disable the spirit wall, on top of just leaving another skull there. Disable the spirit wall, thereby allowing me to send my bird in and blow this guy away to his death. I hope. Is that... I want to just slightly change the angle. That seems better. Okay, let's try it. Excellent. He is going to be dead. Our left side, which was our not strong side for a while there, is now totally safe. We're going to get an easy kill here, and now we can probably start moving our general down, and this mission is looking like it's going fairly well. We can't haunt anything. This guy's hurt, so he should probably eat the skull next time. And this existing bird, do we want to gust out the enemy? You know what? We probably just want to haunt it ourselves for now. This will give us the extra rice for our own use, as well as the ability to heal on the next turn. Our bird might die. No, our bird is not going to die. Instead, the archer is going to eat a skull, which is a terrible decision because I'm just going to blow him away on the next turn. And then we should have some time to eat some skulls with all of our dudes, which is pretty important. Because we have a lot of skulls just kind of hanging out right now. So let's try to blow this guy off the edge. If not, we can kill him a variety of different ways. That, I thought I actually, like, kept him alive there. My bad. Now we have some time. Okay, so let's switch units for a second. Who needs skulls? Our general needs skulls. Switch units! Okay, you wait here. There we go. Now I've got the unit switching down. You definitely want General Akamoto to eat the skull here, which will turn him into a demon, which will make him pretty formidable as we move forwards. But we still have a ton of other skulls available. Why don't we turn this cavalry into a demon, thereby also healing him? And we'll probably try to eat some skulls with that other bird. Are there more? Yeah, there's a ton of skulls left. There should be enough to make 2 demons out of this. We already have a demon archer, which I feel good about. So let's just eat all this. This will turn him into a demon, and he'll have basically full health again. It's very important to take your time during these parts. The infantry could use it as well, but I think the crow monk is more valuable, so let's eat the skulls. There might be enough for that infantry to at least get healed. Unlocked steel rice spell, that seems useful. How about this one? Unlocked boost evasion spell, that seems really useful and really frustrating for the enemy. And this is good too, because it gives us the ability to do 2 gusts. Unlocked typhoon spell, and now he is a demon. And there are still 3 skulls left, which is awesome as hell. So let's get our, no, archer's fine. Let's get our infantry, who is quite hurt here. And we'll just have him eat some skulls. Maybe there's only 2 left, but at the very least, this will heal him up a little bit. And then moving onwards. Are we out of skulls? I think we're out of skulls. Finally, moving onwards. We should be able, just checking the last ditch to make sure there's no more left. We should be able to enter our second area here. Okay, so over fields of gold, Fujian soars, wandering, wondering what is the sound of 2 generals meeting. Sounds a little bit like this. don't even know. I apologize for making the most annoying sound in the world from Dumb and Dumber. Okay, so welcome, Akamoto. I am General Higur, and I rule this land of the Golden Harvest. He has 3 archers, 3 infantry, 3 cavalry, and a general himself. This should be interesting. I hope he's not a worthy opponent. We've fully healed, which is good. Okay, and I'm glad that they actually reorganized us here. Hopefully this fight doesn't last too long, because we are already, you know, getting fairly close to the normal cutoff for these missions, which is like 20 minutes, or 40 minutes, I guess, lately. Alright, let's think about this. We definitely want to establish some resource dominance. We definitely want to summon that Salamander Monk, and we want to stop him from getting that shrine, but that's going to take a little while. Step 1, as usual, is going to be take the cavalry, the whatever remains anyway. Do we have infantry that can... No. Okay. So I think we take the cavalry, start establishing some resource dominance over here. We could actually use the Steel Rice spell on the enemy, and then even if he manages to get some decent... 1 second here. Infantry, there we go. Even if he manages... Oh, there's a potion. We should save that for an archer, like our demon archer. Even if he manages to get a lot of rice, we'll be able to steal it with the crow, and then possibly he won't be able to use the shrine anyway. So let's just think about this for a second. Where's our... Okay, this is our demon archer. I'm definitely going to have him take this potion, which is going to allow him to do a fuck ton of damage. Pardon my French. And we're going to kind of just hang... Is this a bridge that I can cross? It is. We're just going to hang out right here for now. A position that should allow me to hit them on the next turn. Maybe. Cavalry still has some moves left. We can move up here and haunt this. Seems risky, though. Instead, I'm just going to move over here and start establishing some resources here. Now we use our crow and our spells. Let's look at Steel Rice. Takes up to 75 rice from any rice paddy, including unhaunted paddies and those haunted by our enemy. So it doesn't actually take rice from them. It just takes them from paddies. So what we're going to do, it's free, so we might as well just summon it. And it has to be in range, though. We don't want to take it from our own paddies. Instead, why don't we move a little bit closer and try it on this one? No, I don't want to put our crow this close to enemy fire, though, is the thing. I think the cavalry could possibly do some serious damage to it in a single turn. So you know what? Why don't we just cancel this for now? We'll move our crow a little bit closer, but we won't actually steal the rice yet. On the next turn, we may. And I feel okay about this position right now. Remember, we could use Gust twice in a single turn as well, so if any units get even remotely close to the edge, we should be able to blow them off. And provided I can stop him from taking this shrine, at least for a while, I should be able to basically just ensure that he doesn't have any more enemies coming out, and that'll put us in a very good position. Might be able to slaughter that archer with our archer on this turn, which would be ideal, of course. I also should check out what Typhoon does in the first place. In any case, I think we're strong enough to fairly easily take out the enemy, but let's just see. Typhoon knocks back and damages all units in the general direction of the target. Interesting. Okay, so we can use basically Gust on more than one. We'll try this out at some point because I want to see how much damage it does. First things first, though, we'll get our archer out here. Incapable of hitting their archer, sadly, because of the spirit wall that they've created. Unless maybe I could sneak around. Doesn't look like it. In any case, we'll get a free infantry kill at the very least. I want to protect myself, but I also want to make sure that I can get the kill with 100% here. So he's dead. Do we have any other demons? We have a demon crow, which again could use Gust, but that doesn't seem that valuable right now. With this infantry left alive, we'll just create a spirit wall here. No need to haunt yet. This infantry should not die on this turn either, but I need to protect that archer at all costs, even if he does die. Let's haunt this rice paddy. Let's use this guy. And do we want to haunt to create more units, or do we want to haunt the bird shrine, or do we want to haunt some rice paddies? I think we're going to want to haunt the shrine first, just in case. Actually, no, the bird might be a better one right now. We've already got birds. Let's haunt this shrine. Then if something goes horribly wrong, at least we can summon new units next turn. And we still have one more turn. Why don't we move this bird kind of up into this vicinity, so maybe I can move him forwards a little bit. Actually, we should move him maybe down this way, if he can take the bridge. And then I'll have like 2 birds that I can use to do Gust attacks. I probably don't need 3 birds, and this bird you cannot change, etc., etc. So I'm assuming, yeah, the archer's going to do some damage. We'll see what the infantry does next. Their archer's going to die next turn, basically regardless, and possibly that infantry member as well. So again, all we need to do, whittle the enemy down while still... Oh, please don't hit the archer. Oh, that's just the infantry. Okay, and the infantry still lives, remarkably. We might be able to have him just eat a skull next turn. But we'll see how many people we can kill in the first place. It might be a good idea to use this Typhoon now. We'll see, though. So, first things first, if we're going to use Typhoon, we want to weaken all of the enemies first as best as we can. So, let me think about this. This infantry could definitely use a skull. If we use this infantry, walk up and eat a skull, he can actually do an attack because he'll turn into a demon. But let's think about this first. We can get a kill on the cavalry or a kill on the archer, or sorry, the infantry. They do have an archer. Could I kill the archer if I hit him in one hit? Yes, I can. So let's kill the archer. That seems more valuable. We should be able to get 2 kills here, actually. And then by killing the cavalry as well, I want to kill the cavalry. There we go. Because the cavalry is more vulnerable, makes me more vulnerable as an archer. So my archer is a little bit vulnerable right now, but that's okay. What we want to do now is possibly... This guy could run up here and, I don't know, maybe do some attacking. Nope. So we'll probably just have him haunt, maybe even that bird shrine. Let's see what this bird wants to do. He can do some gusting. I don't think that's that valuable. I think Typhoon might be really useful here, just to keep these douchebags away, basically. So, let's use Typhoon. Knocks back and damages all units in the direction of the target. This will hit all 3 of these guys, so I think this is definitely worth using right here. See how this works? It only does 2 damage, but that's better than nothing. And could we just use it again? Because some of these guys are like very hurt, and we have decent rice anyway. So if we use it like this, will it really only hit the 1? It still almost seems worth it, to be honest with you, just to kill this infantry, but it's going to cost us 100 rice. So it might be better to just walk up with our existing infantry. Oh, but that won't kill him. All right. Interesting situation. We have a free move. We could also cast a free spell, like just knock them back so they can't do any damage to us next turn. We could give our unit an extra chance of evading, which might be useful on our demon archer here, although he still has health. You know what? Let's use Typhoon. It actually won't kill him. But again, if it just pushes him further away, that's fine by me. That was probably not the best use of our turn there. We still have 3 moves left, so let's think about this logically. We probably want to get another rice patty, because we've been using a lot of spells with our bird. With 2 moves left, why don't we use this bird? Actually, you know what? We'll use this cavalry. Do we have another? I thought we had another unit down there. We'll use this cavalry to haunt this shrine right here. And why don't we use this bird to haunt this shrine right here, thereby establishing basically permanent map control. These guys are very hurt. And our demons are going to be incredibly strong. Keep in mind, our general is a demon as well. So we're just going to hope that our demon archer doesn't die here, because he's very strong. And, you know, die includes being knocked back, which I hope does not happen. This infantry, I guess, is just asking to be killed, basically. This bird is going to be hurt, but not dead. So we're okay. That bird is going to be very hurt, but still not dead, which is, again, okay. As far as I know, Gust is not, well, he's going to kill him now. But it took, like, basically all of his attacks to kill a single bird, which is fine by me. His last archer is going to have no shot, apparently, which is great. Should probably just try to kill all the archers on this turn, would be my guess for what is the best course of action. And we might be able to do that via a Typhoon, actually. Let's see, we have 125 rice. We can only do 1 Typhoon. So let's think about this. I want to kill this guy. How does the cavalry die? These guys have 4 health left each. 1 Typhoon will blow these guys away. But I kind of want to hit them like in this direction, so that I can do more damage and keep them away from my archer. So let's try a Typhoon here. Again, this will do a lot of damage to these dudes. It will kill one of them. So we'll do it like so. By pushing them away, I think our infantry is going to have a better chance to do some damage. And what else could we do? We could... we don't have enough rice to really do anything else right now. We could eat a skull, but let's just leave him where he is for now. And let's think about this. So infantry should be able to kill any of these guys that we want. Do we want to kill cavalry or infantry? We want to kill cavalry, because the infantry would actually counterattack us. So by killing him, again, so many skulls available. Might want to use these for our salamander monk now. Now, can I one-shot the archers? Since I can one-shot the archers, that's exactly what the F we're going to do. And then I'm assuming the general's going to awaken, because there's basically no other units for the enemy to use. And our cavalry should be able to one-shot this infantry that is remaining here. And pretty much, he's F'd. I think he has basically no recourse here. So we should take our salamander, eat a skull, And he is going to eat a dick, because we are basically going to be unstoppable. We got the Summon Oni spell. Not really all that important, though. He is getting some rice, but he has no shrines, and he's going to have to awaken his general here, right? Like, he's not... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, he's not just going to move with his single cavalry, which can hit our demon. Or miss, you know. That's fine, too. We're going to see what's up with this general. I didn't see how much health he had. I'm going to guess that it's like 11. We might be able to kill him in one turn, considering, like, all of the special units that I have. We actually might just be able to gust him off the edge using our birds, which is probably a golden skull for this level if I had to check. But let's see. Their general has 10 HP. He's going to stand no chance. It's just, oh, capably dumb, but any tactic, however worthy, becomes a disease when the mind is obsessed with it. I don't understand. You should be as water, formless, forever changing, flowing around or through any challenge. I guess so, but I'm basically gonna kill you right now, so that was super easy. Another long mission, but another one where we learned something, I think. At least this general is kind of a nice guy about it. Perhaps you are worthy of my assistance after all. Very well, across the river lies a path unguarded. It will speed your journey to Kurakawa. Sorry, it appears I have the reading comprehension of like a second grader. Many thanks, Yuki. Onwards. I don't know, the path to the north looks easier, boss. What are we gonna do? I would rather take the path to the north because I'm pretty sure this goddess is trying to trick us because we made a comment about her breast that we thought was subtle but was actually not subtle at all. So let's hit the A button here. Still in 20th place. Beat level with at least 2 Chromunk allies left alive. Did we not do that? That should be a golden skull for me. We almost got the golden skull for beating the level in 14 rounds or less as well. But in any case, that's going to do it for this episode. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time on Northernlion Plays Skulls of the Shogun. Thanks for watching.